Okay, so you see this? This is a little remote that turns on these back lights. So what I want to do with you is ask you a question. When I push on this on button, what is going to happen with the lights behind me? How many of you think they'll turn on? How many of you think they'll turn off? If you believe they're going to turn on, push the like button. If you don't think they're going to turn on, push the dislike button. Okay, do it. We're going to be David Blaine here on the video for 5 seconds here. Okay, so on the count of 3, I'm going to push this on button and these lights should light up. Are you ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Frick! Those of you, oh my gosh, say what's going on? What's the point of this little magic trick, Mr. David Blaine? The point is you didn't know when you made your estimated guess. You just didn't know. You were speculating. It was a 50-50, right? They either turned on or they don't, but you didn't have the information to make an educated guess. You were just guessing. The point of this video is I see so many of you guys, and this is me too. I've done this before too. You invest heavily into projects and you literally have no information. You don't know who the team is. You don't know how the project could ever be sustainable. You haven't seen the back end. I listen to a number of AMAs and I get frustrated by the softball questions. You guys know I just did AMA with Bank Teller. You guys did. You seem to really like it. We've got like 3,000 we have 3,000 views on the video. This is the video I'm talking about right here, guys.
Close to 8,000 participants in this.
So we've got 3,000 views. It was like an hour-long video. So these are not high watch videos, but about 3,000 people from the Elephant Video watched that. If you want to see, in my opinion, what we need more of in this space are AMAs that ask the real questions. Not from fanboys, not from people that are super excited about a project. Because if you're already heavily invested, you do have a bias toward that project succeeding. And especially if you have a referral link, right? So I really try to do my best now when I do AMAs. And hopefully you see if I'm getting better. Let me know in the comments, like if you see me progressing when I do my AMAs. You guys know I'm heavily invested in Animal Farm, in Drip, and in Elephant. But yet, hopefully what you saw in my interview with Bank Teller is like I came at him hard in a lot of these questions. And I'm asking, one of the questions I asked, and I'm still wanting you guys to press him is, and ask for the information is, did he actually go to the FBI? Did he go to any law enforcement when the exploit happened? When did he go? What is the date and time? Because you can produce that information very easily. You can just cross out dates, not dates, times, but if it's your address, you don't have to disclose any of that. And I, even when the AMA was done, I told Bank Teller, I said, bro, I really believe like you should do this. When I release the video in your Telegram, you should release this document. He said he'd consider it and that he'd probably do it. I think to get rid of FUD, these leaders need to step up. I think the idea in the day and age of like these undoxed guys, it's done. You've got to dox yourself. I have an AMA coming up with a very popular YouTuber who has a project. I'm going to ask him about that. And I just really believe in being transparent. You guys know we've got a project fully doxed here. And I'm trying to lead the way in honesty, transparency, instead of crying about, remember you guys were like, why don't you launch your own project? I did. Okay. So, we haven't missed a date and time. Everybody, we've hit our targeted goals every freaking month. The people that are in our project, are happy. We did a membership, sold out. All I'm saying is we should have higher expectations for people that are in leadership for these projects, especially in the DGen DeFi space. Saying to people, well, we're making money via this revenue stream and that's how we do it. That's again me saying, hey guys, when I press this button, it's going to turn on. Like, words don't matter. It is your responsibility as an investor to be doubtful, to be skeptical. It's like, listen to me. I'm saying not there's an option to be skeptical. You should begin your research as highly skeptical, because there's a lot of people that say things and hype things up and don't follow through. And I don't understand that. I hate those type of people. Like, when you tell me this thing's going to go to the moon and all like that, to me, that's financial advice. You shouldn't say that. And there's a lot of people, whether it's their own project or whether they're doing AMAs, the language matters. Words matter. And you have to remember the single mom with her kid who's got $1,000, and that's a lot of money for her. You've got to speak to her. And the best thing we can do as YouTubers, I'm a little guy. I have 12,000 subscribers. I'm totally a small YouTuber. I get that. But in this DeFi space, hopefully we can lead the way with more transparency, honesty, and hardball AMAs. Stop fanboying over your favorite developer. So yeah, I just really believe that one of the strong principles of being an investor in the crypto space is to begin with skepticism. Do not be persuaded just by words. Ask for transparency. When a developer doesn't disclose information that would easily propel the project to be more credible, ask yourself, why aren't they disclosing that? A lot of these projects have Ponzi-nomics to them. They will use new investor money to pay off old investors. We've seen it before when they offer a consistent APY, when they offer these crazy, remember these like auto compounding projects, you know, we all got burnt. I got burned in Seifu and in Titano, but luckily with those ones I was highly skeptical, and I only put like $1,000 in, which is really, really small for my bankroll. But some of you guys just believed so much what you heard. You got caught up in the hype, and you got to be careful not to do that. And don't be mad at yourself, and don't feel shame and guilt. We're all learning. And if you're like me, I come from a small town. I trust people. But coming into the space, I mean, I literally have conversations with developers that if I were to disclose them, you'd be shocked. You would be shocked. And you need to just be very, very cautious out there, guys. So that's really, like, I feel like I'm the dad in this video to some of you, but just remember, like, I have your best interest in the sense that, like, there's no referral link. I guess there is, because every time I upload a video, it like automatically fills in all those referral links. You'll see dripping on. That's because it's in my settings and I'm too lazy to change it all. But I really don't need your referral links. I'm not trying to make money off anybody. I'm literally documenting my story. I don't care about any of that stuff. I really just want to be a good voice of reason, truth, and hopefully, you know, these leaders of projects will continue to hit me up. But just know, like, when you hit me up, whether it's a paid AMA or not a paid AMA, I really am going to ask the hard questions. I really feel like I owe that to you guys, the viewers, and maybe that's why you guys subscribe. Let me know, like, if you vibe with what I'm saying, show me by subscribing to the channel. Like, let's show everybody this is the type of content you want, not hype stuff. You know how many drip at Animal Farm and Seifu and elephant videos I see that, like, we're going to the moon and all that, and everybody clicks on it. Some major influencers are constantly doing that, and it's just such an old, tacky thing. But I get it. It's like, I guess if you want clicks, for me, I don't care. I don't care as much anymore about that. I really feel like this space is I've kind of exhausted it. Like, it's a small space, the degen DeFi space. So I have a lot of things I can still learn and get better at. And maybe you have some tips and tricks. In fact, I know all the haters are like, yes, he said the word, here I go. I believe you should do this better. Like, that's okay. I'm willing to hear it. I want to get better. But the biggest thing I want is for you to begin with high skepticism. Reveal your back end. Show us, you know, like a lot of these bots and stuff, like the key word is bots. Let's start a project and we'll use the word bots, and be very, very cautious of that, guys. I'm not going to say anything more at this point. I'm not going to rat out any projects, names, anything like that. Not the point. I just feel like I needed to give one video out of all these videos that just highly encourages you to be cautious, to stop believing everything you hear. like in Telegram, you know that they hire people in like India and whatever, and they basically flood these projects telegrams with like, they're actual real people, but they're like, oh, we're gonna go to the moon, and they make fake news up. They add all this fake hype in the Telegram community. It's all to hit your dopamine, and like, just know that there's a lot of these tactics going on. And any projects that have these Ponzonomics to them, hey, if a project leader wants to admit that, respect, you know, that's awesome. But a lot of these projects, there is that element to it where if your project success relies on new capital coming in, that's what I mean by Ponzonomics. Okay. I'm thankful our project is not that in any shape or form. And that's why I think we've had such great success. Now you might be like, oh, he's shilling his project. No, I'm not. We're the first project, the project I'm talking about that I'm in. I'm not using the name because I don't want to market anymore. It's closed. You couldn't join. Every day I turn down people that yesterday a guy was like, I got 20,000. I want to throw it in your project. Sorry, it's closed. Ask yourself, if they're running some freaking Ponzi, why are they closing it to new capital, new investors? I don't need to prove anything. All of our members, they know what's going on. Nothing but green days. It's been amazing. And I wish that, but again, I don't guarantee that. I've never hyped my own project, meaning I've never said it's going to moon. We're going to, I just want to see that from more leaders. And this isn't a puff piece of like, how great am I? Maybe it's coming across that way. It wasn't my intention when I hit record. It was just like, I see a lot of people, man, that they're getting overly excited in very, very dangerous projects that, yes, they'll probably run for a month, 2 months, 3 months from now. They might have a long run rate. A lot of times Ponzonomic projects do, but just don't be the one holding the bag when everybody leaves. All right, that's it for this video. If you like this content, show me by liking and subscribing. That's the greatest thing you can do. And I really appreciate it. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.